She understands.
I did a lot of, but I just never did like stolen cars and shit. I was just like really like doing my music most of the time and shit.
The stealing cars is like the thing where you're
I
from.
was just finna say, has that always been a big thing in Milwaukee?
Hell yeah, it's either like you steal cars or you don't. Like I was just buying cars and shit. I just buy my car. But niggas, if you steal cars, it's like a sport. You know how like you sell dope, you steal cars.
It's like more and
It's a
more
way of
places
life.
that you hear that though, because J-Bo was just saying that exact same thing. Tommy G, when he did the St. Louis vlog, that's where they were talking about the Kia Boys and shit.
Kia Boys is Milwaukee.
Okay, but them St. Louis dudes are all talking about the same thing and shit. That fucking, it's like a real thing now. I don't remember motherfuckers talking about that much when I was a kid.
They used to always steal cars, but once they found out how to do the kids, then that shit just turned it way more up.
Right. Damn, so you never did it?
I got in a couple, but I never like stole shit.
Okay.
I feel that.
How do you do it?
With the little kid shit?
Yeah.
Nigga, you better type it in on YouTube. It's everywhere, bro.
Put your
Put a little
charger
USB in there. You put the
motherfucker
charger
and
in it. You dismantle the thing, put the charger in it, and it turns the car on. You ever seen this in person?
Yeah. I seen that shit before. Like everybody caught on to that shit and shit. Motherfuckers, I seen that shit. Like motherfucker put their charger in there and turn that bitch right on.
Damn, but they say you make music for the Kia Boys.
Yeah.
Do you think that's
Like,
true?
for some reason, it just sounds so good fucking with them, and then they just fucking the car up. Like that's all they want to do is drive the car crazy as hell.
Right.
And then it's like the music sounds so good with the Kia Boys, just like the dance and shit. Like it kind of bring it together. And like I was just like hearing motherfuckers dying and shit. Like motherfuckers was commenting on my shit. Like bro died listening to this shit, and that's like fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Niggas just crashing a car listening to my shit.
I mean, your music does kind of sound like I could steal a car and die listening to it. Like, it just
lie.
sounds like some
He on
real
my
reckless
playlist.
shit.
I'm not gonna lie. You on my playlist, bro. For sure.
I found out about him because you hit me with that, Lil. I'm censoring it myself. But yeah, Lil. But you got it. It says Ninja on YouTube.
That's my shit.
You had to change it like to make money off YouTube or?
What, Lil Ninja?
Yeah.
I just knew I didn't want to put nigga on there, so I was just like,
Smart.
let me put that.
Okay.
I just knew I couldn't put that. Like I don't be trying to put the cuss words in there because I already know it's like a higher.
You knew it was gonna go viral?
No, I ain't know. But it was like, no, I ain't know. But it did. It went viral before I like actually got to release it because I did a video. Like it was my first video when I got home and shit.
Okay.
That's the first shit I posted
How long were you locked up?
for like 80 days or some shit like that.
What was that for?
For some I had some concealed carry misdemeanor shits. And then I got revocated for that Tommy G video.
Wait. What happened in the video that you got in trouble for?
The blowers?
Yeah.
Mm.
I had that shit. And then it was like, you did this video before while you on probation and shit. I was on probation.
That's interesting because I noticed that like the guns that you're holding were blurred out and that a lot of the other guns weren't blurred out. Is that why?
No, it was just like the type of gun I had.
Okay, with the big fucking drum on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine that could be in a weird category legally or whatever.
That's a fact.
But okay, so when did you start making music?
I started making music a long ass time ago. Like 2011 and shit. I made my YouTube 2012 and my Twitter and shit. But like I went to school for audio engineering, so that's when shit like kind of start taking off and shit.
You went to college for it?
Hell yeah.
Smart man.
Hell yeah.
Was you always recording yourself and like doing your own videos, or you went to school first and then figured it out?
Yeah, like I used to already know like I needed to do my own shit, but like once I went to school to learn to use the software and shit, then it was just up from there. And then I bought a fucking camera and shit, and then like it was kind of hard getting people to record my shit, so I started doing the videos, the selfie videos.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The first time I seen it, I died laughing. I'm like, this nigga is creative. He done recorded the song himself. Do you make the beat too?
Hell yeah, I make the beats.
He make the beats. He record himself all in one room.
Right.
All in his room or the
Impressive.
kitchen. Facts. Impressive.
Fire.
The labels love that shit. I know you signed, but the labels love that when you can do all that shit right, because then they don't have to worry about getting a million different people to sign off on a song.
Yeah, definitely that.
Right.
That's exactly why they like that shit.
When you started rapping, did you like have like Detroit influences, or did you have like Milwaukee influences? Like who influenced you to start rapping?
It was like I don't know. My sound just like it's like brand new, so it was just I needed beats. I couldn't get no beats. I couldn't use like YouTube beats no more. So that's why I went to school to like learn how to use the software and shit. And then I did like 2 years, doing that shit. And then it was just up from there.
How'd you like discover your sound though? Did your music sound more normal at some point?
It didn't.
It's always been out there?
It's like, no, it sounded weird as a bitch at first. And then it's like, when I kept going with it, it's just the beats and shit.
Right.
Who'd you listening to before you started rapping? Or like growing up, who'd you listening to?
I used to listen to like Chief Keef and shit. Like when I was young, like 9, 10, I used to listen to Soulja Boy and shit like that. Lil B, motherfucking Future. Band Gang and shit. I used to listen to a lot of motherfuckers. Not too many people, but like now I just listen to myself like in the car and shit. Probably play a little bit of Baby Tron Future for sure. That bitch.
How'd you and Baby Tron connect?
He had hit me up on Instagram and shit because like
This is before he was lit, right? Well, he was like
Nah, he
semi
been
lit, but
booming.
but you first heard him like many years ago, right? A couple years ago.
No.
Oh,
He
it was
just
more
met him.
recent? Oh,
ago,
shit.
yeah.
He just met him a couple months ago. He already with long hair, glasses, Tron.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, do you feel like Detroit is a big influence on Milwaukee?
Hell yeah. That's all Milwaukee used to really listen to before like Detroit like had all the more younger rappers and shit. Like motherfucker used to really do listen to Detroit for sure. And then like Detroit do got a little bit more connection with Milwaukee too, like the other artists and shit.
Definitely. When did you get the name?
Certified Trapper. 2020. I want to say 2021.
Okay.
What you was going by before that?
It was like I had fucking like when I was doing SoundCloud, I was popping on SoundCloud and shit. I was doing like my shit was Lotta Guap, and then I had it to CTN #1, and then cause that was like Certified Trap Nigga #1. And then I was just like, fucking let me go Certified Trapper because that was like kind of weird and shit. That shit.
So it was all just something you came up with. It wasn't like somebody else's idea.
Certified Trapper.
That's what's up. You got a lot of punch bars. Was the scamming a part of your life at one point?
Scamming?
Yeah.
Hell no. I wish I would have got some of that shit. Like niggas, I know a couple niggas that like they got plenty of money doing that shit. I never got no stimulus, none of that shit.
Really?
I wish like I could have got like a PPP or some shit like that. I'd have been fucking out like doing plenty shit.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Is Milwaukee like do y'all got like Bloods, Crips, or like what's the gangs? Because I know the whole Milwaukee thing, like right now everybody's saying like on the G, like can you explain that? The on the G, where that's from?
It's like it's GDs. It's like some GDs originated from there. GDs, Vice Lords. That's really it. GDs, Vice Lords, and then motherfuckers be like streets. Like that's really what motherfuckers like be claiming like sides of town and shit.
Can you explain the lows? The low end.
That's like where I want to say that's like where I'm from, but that's like I don't know, like 10th and Capitol and down or something like that.
But that's like the east side of Milwaukee?
It's not because we don't really call it that. We just say the east, but I guess the lows. I don't know. I don't know what them niggas really. I don't know what the fuck that is. Swear to God. I just be. I don't really know.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. And you know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.